There it is.
Independence Day.
Yep.
4:50, Sue, thank you. I want to take you to Cape May County right now because there is a warning sign over a North Wildwood parking spot, and it's going viral. You can see why. Now, you're not going to get a parking ticket, but I guess you will pay a hefty price here. So there's the sign, and it does say warning poop zone. This is what happens when you disregard that sign. Do you see the car?
Oof.
Covered in bird poop? A whole lot of it. This video was posted on TikTok by Jotosa. She says it was taken at 19th and Atlantic Avenue, and there's the bird's nest up there with Mama Bird saying, "Don't park here, this is my space," and well, you see what happens if you do.
Suspect video in action.
Nice enough to post a sign though. About this heat, no power, no AC. Thousands of people dealing with the heat in Montgomery and Delaware counties with no power.
So when you don't have the power, then you can't cool down. You can't, run your fans and your air conditioning. So some people, Greg, might be lucky to have generators, but they're very, very expensive.
Yeah, Karen and Thomas, some folks are lucky to have some generators, and we can hear some of those generators that are going off in the background. But I was just even asking myself this question when you guys were just tossing over to me, is you're starting to see a little bit of the light, the sun is starting to rise, but I'm wondering, would you rather want to be in the dark where it's not as hot but it's humid, or where you have the sun out and it's hot, humid, but you can see stuff inside the house? So, I mean, that's kind of going to be the thing that people are going to be dealing with in a little bit as the sun does rise. Now, Pico, according to the map, there are a number of people in our area that are experiencing these power outages, but they are scattered all over the place, including like this neighborhood. You see some of the folks have power here on the right side. Over there on the left side that you just saw, those folks don't have power and are utilizing generators. But the sounds of generators were buzzing throughout areas of Montgomery County yesterday as Pico crews were out in the blazing heat trying to restore power to homes and businesses after last week's powerful storms. Now, some of those impacted say they haven't had power since the storms hit Thursday, and others say they initially lost power, it was restored, and then they lost it a second time. A headache for those who are now having to adjust on the fly with no power and scorching temps.
Just made a big run to Costco and
on Thursday,
on Wednesday, so the day before, just to be ready for the weekend, and a lot of it didn't make it.
It's been out, and we know like it's a small group on that transformer, so diminishing returns, like it's going to take a while.
Are they giving you any indication as to when it might be back on?
No, they didn't say anything. They said we'll do the best we can. The heat's killing them.
I work from home, so it makes it a little difficult. But I have to keep calling in on my phone to see if I can have extra help for anyone who's not losing power. So it makes it a little bit more of a harder day.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for this to happen during a worse period of time. And you heard that gentleman mention in regards to those Pico workers, and you can only imagine the difficulty of being out in the elements, being out in the scorching heat and the humidity and trying to do this work. Well, folks, you continue to check the Pico page because they will continue to provide updates in regards to when power is going to be restored. But like I've been mentioning in regards to this neighborhood here in Roslyn and Montgomery County, they're expected to have their power back on by 3 p.m.
Cannot come soon enough, most certainly, Greg. All right, keep checking those. They send you the little alerts. Thank you, Greg.